Welcome back to Cosmic Kickback, everybody, the galaxy's favorite talk show. We're fresh off of just watching the second Venom that came out, Let There Be Carnage, and we're going to be reviewing it today.
Yeah, Venom meets up with Carnage, his BFF. They have a little fun time. It's a short movie, right?
Yeah, I was actually surprised it wasn't like at least closer to 2 hours.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half, like right on the money, right?
Yeah, it felt super rushed to me.
Okay, well, we can talk about that. Before we get into it, this is Nick. I'm Josh.
What's good?
We're the host of this little pod. And whatever you're listening to, let me ask if you can leave a like or subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're listening on Spotify, podcast, or any other podcasting app, leave a review or follow us, Follow the Twitters. Those are always in the link or in our description. Follow Twitter, Instagram, everything. We got it all. And we're hopping right into Venom now. I just want to put that at the top.
I got you. All right, so Venom.
Hold on, are we going full spoilers and do a little bit of non-spoil? And then, because this just came out like a couple days ago.
Yeah, that's true. This is probably the hottest off the press episode we've had in a while.
We could do there's not much.
Let's do couple. We'll just do first impressions and then we'll go like full spoilers. So you guys can
we'll
just
let
hear.
You know when full spoilers happen.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, what did you think of the story then, or whatever?
I liked it. I don't know if it's because of how short the movie was though. I feel like the pacing was a little strange at times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like there should have been more build up to like the whole end fight and stuff.
Okay.
But overall, I like the movie. I like that they kind of built upon Eddie and Venom's relationship. Like, I feel like it's more funny here.
Yeah, I would say this one. You've most likely seen the first Venom if you're watching this. So yeah. I'd say this one is they took for me, I don't like the first Venom. I'll preface that right now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like it. I don't think it's really Venom.
Shit.
I think it's if they're going for like a parody or comedic thing, cool. Like, I guess that's what they're doing.
Yeah. Because
that's what I think people liked about the first one. And if you're a fan of that, this goes full Eddie and Venom just bickering and messing around. There's long scenes where it's just them talking to each other.
Like old married couple.
Yeah. If you're into that, there's a lot of that in here. What else can I say without spoiling? If you're into that, Carnage is cool. I like how Carnage looks. I like his design.
Yeah, I thought he looked really cool.
There's 2 villains. If you've seen the trailers, you'll know that, I guess. The other one doesn't really do too much.
Just screams.
Yeah, her name is Shriek, I think. Shriek. And I don't know if I'm just remembering this wrong from the comics, but I could have sworn Shriek is also a symbiote. I thought she was the yellow one.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. Like, I thought she was going to get like... Yeah.
I don't know. I thought she was going to get a symbiote at some point. I thought maybe Carnage would immediately have an offspring.
Yeah, that would have been
and
cool.
Make her the thing. Oh, I guess that's kind of a spoiler if you were expecting her to turn into it. Sorry.
Yeah.
She doesn't.
Sorry for that theory.
Yeah.
It's smashed.
If you were theorizing that, let me look that up real quick. I don't know if she's really a symbiote in the comics, but I could have sworn that she was, and I was waiting for that to happen. But yeah, she doesn't really do too much.
Yeah. Not really.
This is her in the comics. I'll put it up if you're watching on YouTube.
Oh, her eye looks way cooler there.
That's true. They got the eye right. It says she is usually depicted as an enemy of Spider-Man, the lover of Cletus Cassidy. Okay, they got that part right. Okay, I guess she's not, though, because I guess she's not a symbiote. They're chilling right here together. Oh. I guess she's not a symbiote. Whatever. She looks kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
They don't really go for this look at all in the movie, which, makes more sense.
Yeah. Well, I guess overall, I'd say I like this movie before we get into full spoilers and breaking down the plot. Honestly, it's probably like the same rating I give the first one. Like, I don't think it really got any crazier. We saw Carnage, but I don't know. I feel like the second or the first one's pacing was so much better than this.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought actually the first one feels like there's a middle part missing. Like, besides that, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk about this too long. I want to get into spoilers, but I will just say what I remember when watching the first one is it takes like an hour for that dude to finally become Venom. which I was like, damn, like this shit took too long. He should have been Venom within 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Dude, we got to do a review on Venom because I'm starting to remember some of the stupid shit that happened in that one, and I'm gonna get mad. I think this one is slightly better than the first one, and I didn't like the first one. If you're going off of comedy, you want to just say fuck it, let's just watch some stupid shit.
Yeah,
I think it succeeds in that. Ready for spoilers?
Yeah, we're lifting the spoiler warning.
Yeah. So, what's the first thing you're trying to spoil?
Oh, gosh, how did you feel about like Carnage overall? Like Woody Harrelson playing him. Like, do you think that's still like a spot on like casting, or do you think after watching it you're like, oh, like? I
think he's too old for the role, because I think he's supposed to be like a little bit older than Venom or Eddie. Yeah. But Woody Harrelson's probably like what, in his 50s or 60s? Dude,
he's 60, I swear.
Yeah, I thought he was a little bit too old.
You can hear it in his voice too. Like, he has a very funny.
I liked his voice though. I kind of liked the
way he sounded like Tallahassee from Zombieland.
Well, that's like his voice. Yeah. He switched it up a little bit than like how he normally talks. He kind of goes for a little bit of like a sinister, kind of creepy looking.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson is 60, bro.
60, yeah. I think he was. Tom Hardy's like what, like
39,
30,
under 40 for sure.
Yeah, he's probably in his 30s. I'd cast someone that's, I would have cast the dude who was in Watchmen as
Jackie Earl Haley.
Yeah,
that's what I thought he should play.
He looks older too, but I mean, I don't know. Woody Harrelson just looks older to me.
Yeah, he actually has natural red hair too, I think.
That's true, he does. They kind of fixed Woody Harrelson's hair from the first one where he just had the giant afro.
They were trolling, bro.
Which is clearly a wig. I don't know why they did that. He looked like Carrot Top.
It's like, bro, Carrot Top's in the second one?
Oh, man, it looked like him. But I did like Carnage for the most part.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the relationship between Shriek and Carnage, or Cletus Cassidy? Because that's exactly how this movie opens up.
Yeah. Okay, so I feel like they should have shown, if they were going to start it with like a flashback and shit, I feel like immediately to set Cletus Cassidy as like a villain or like some dude that's super brutal, I would have shown him like before he got to the institution, because it opens up with him like in some psych institution with this girl.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they should have shown him killing someone or like doing something really like, I don't know.
That's a
like,
good point.
I like something crazy, because I feel like they talk about how he's a killer like the whole time in the show or in the movie. Yeah. And like we never really see anyone like.
We only see people get killed whenever he becomes Carnage. We don't see him kill before that.
Like, they should have just opened the scene with him like I think there's
arrested for the first time.
Yeah, or something. And like he just killed his family or something, and then he gets sent away to the ward, and then like when he's there, so he meets like a kid version of Shriek. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So they show him and Shriek have been in like a prison or like a home for children prison type thing.
Yeah.
And he gives her like a fake wedding ring when they're young, and then she gets taken away, and then she gets shot in the face, and then that's the end of the intro to the movie. And spoiler alert, she's not dead. She had just got shot. So Cletus, I think, thinks she's dead for this whole time. All right, I guess. But my thing, if they're in that home when they're that age, does that mean he's been locked up since then? Or is there a part in between where he got out of the home and he went on his murder spree?
I don't know. I wish they would have made that more clear.
Yeah, because I think this would have benefited from maybe if there's a scene where when he's younger he finds out that she got killed, and then he gets mad and he breaks out of the home, and then that's when he goes on his murder spree, and then he gets sent to the prison.
Yeah.
Because we never in the comics, Cletus Cassidy is supposed to be like this should have been rated R, low key. Like,
yeah, I know. Some of the I'm gonna talk about the rating too, because like some of the kills are like.
Yeah, is there any blood?
It's such cartoony violence. The only time I saw blood was like when
when he bit his hand.
Yeah, like he bites.
A piece of blood.
Cletus Cassidy bites like.
I have tasted blood before.
It's not blood. Eddie.
I love you, Eddie. Yeah. I've seen people. I looked at a couple reviews for Letterboxd, and I've seen two things. People are saying this is a love story, which I guess technically it is in a way. They're trying to get married, But then obviously other people say that the love is between Eddie and Venom, and people are saying Venom is an LGBT icon.
Okay.
Because he
has no gender.
Where there's actually a cool scene where Venom is at like it's stupid as fuck. Venom.
Wait, is that when he goes like rogue? And he just goes to that party or some shit?
Yeah. So about maybe halfway through this movie, Venom and Eddie break up. They have a big fight and they fight each other. Yeah. Then Venom just jumps off of him and gets a new host.
Also smashes his TV.
Yeah, he fucks his TV.
Fucking asshole.
And then he fucks up his bike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then Venom's just going from host to host because nobody else can sustain him. And he gets to a party and everyone thinks he's just a costume. And he gives some speech about aliens and being different. And everybody is like thinking he's given like everybody.
Yeah.
Type. It's kind of funny.
I should be myself.
Yeah, I kind of like that, but it's so stupid when you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked the scene. Let me talk about what we like first, because I think I got more what I don't like. What about you? Wait, do you like it? What do you like, Nick?
I like the Venom and Eddie relationship. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah,
and this feels kind of like more like Thor Ragnarok kind of writing. Like every other like I guess dialogue between Venom and Eddie is just like a joke.
They do be joking a lot. There's
how long have they been with each other at that point?
I think this takes how long does this take place after the
Definitely
end?
for like a while, because they were fighting. Like they had chickens too. Like,
they had chickens
like in his apartment.
Yeah, Venom has been eating chickens because he wants to eat brains, but Eddie won't let him.
Yeah.
This movie gets weird, and it gets weird quick. I'm starting to remember everything. Before we get into the weirdness, I kind of like how Eddie's been called in to talk to Cletus Cassidy, and they're trying to figure out a clue about where he hid all of these bodies.
Yeah.
And I like how Eddie learns nothing, but then Venom is like, "Bro, hang on, look at his cell." And he looks, and he's got all this stuff etched into the wall. And when they get back home, Venom tells Eddie to like open up a big sheet of paper and hold 2 markers, and then Venom controls it and he copies down like everything that Cletus had written.
Yeah.
And then, so he has like pretty much a copy of it, and then Venom matches something he drew, which is identical to a picture of like a shore, like a mountain line, like by the sea. Yeah. And then Venom's like, "Oh, tell them to check there," and then they end up finding like 50 plus bodies or some shit from him.
I thought that was pretty cool.
I kind of enjoyed that. I thought that was a little, because like Eddie immediately just fucks over his life in the first one.
Yeah,
he just loses everything and his life sucks. And then in this one, within the first like 15 minutes, like he's back on top.
Yeah,
like
he's like solving crimes and being like a journalist.
Venom like gave him like the catch of a lifetime. Now he's got a nice bike and stuff. He's feeling good.
Yeah,
and it's all because of Venom. I liked that. And I also like the little line of dialogue where they mention that the death penalty was reinstated just so they could kill Cletus Cassidy. Like they imply that it was it's not there. I don't know if California actually has it or not anymore. I don't think they do.
Probably not.
And so that means in this universe they found all the bodies, so evidence of this dude killing, and then they're just like, you know what? Like, let's just get the law out, kill this dude, and then we'll put it back in.
Kill him.
They changed the law for one dude, which I think is really funny.
Still, who I don't feel like scared at all, like about. Like I wish they would have showed him killing somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't really feel scared either. I
was just like, oh, it's Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, that might be another reason why they should have casted somebody like different or less known, because Woody Harrelson's been in like a ton of like ranging from drama to like stupid shit. So like some people might see him as like a funny actor, some people might see him as like a I don't even know. I've only seen him in a couple things. Serious actor. I know he's in Zombieland
because he's in True.
Oh yeah, he's a detective.
True Detective. That's what it is.
I forgot what it's called.
I think it's True Detective or some shit.
It's detective something.
Yeah.
Let me see. Check my notes. I like how... Actually, do I like this? I don't...
What is it?
It's the part where right before Cletus is about to be sent to be killed, Eddie pulls up to talk to him, and then Venom just like latches out and he starts fighting him. or like Venom jumps out from his chest with like a tentacle, grabs Cletus because he said something about Eddie, and he kind of like throws him around, and then he pulls him in, and that's when Cletus bites Eddie's hand, and then that's when the cop finally pulls him out. I didn't like that that's the way that he got the symbiote, because I mean, I guess that's the best way they can do it, but I don't know. I just prefer the way, I guess I prefer the way it was done in the comics or in the old cartoon Spider-Man.
How was it?
Venom and Eddie were cellmates. I think Eddie got put in jail for something Venom related or something stupid or something, and they were cellmates for a little bit. And then I think the symbiote comes to Venom. Oh yeah, they got detached, I think. And then the symbiote came to him, to Eddie, and it like broke in, and then they broke out together, and Cletus was like, what the fuck just happened? And then when Venom dipped, it like left like a little offspring, like Venom's asexual, so we just had a baby real quick, and then it latches onto him. But I kind of understand why they didn't do that, because Eddie can't be thrown in jail. I mean, I guess he gets thrown in jail halfway through the movie.
Yeah,
he's being detained.
But I get like maybe he wouldn't be detained in a fucking maximum security.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, why the fuck would he be the cellmate of a dude that's...
I feel like if we sat down and like thought about it, we could have made a better way for that to happen.
I think so.
I don't think I like that in the movie. It seems
lazy to me that he just gets bit, and then it's just like, I've tasted blood before, Eddie.
Yeah, and then it starts fucking moving, and he's just like...
Oh yeah, that's another thing. He looks at it, and they show us that it's a symbiote, and then he eats it. I don't know, bro. I thought it was blood, but then it's supposed to not be blood. It's supposed to be the symbiote.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems weird to me. One thing I did like.
What?
Is when he's in the chair and they start doing the lethal injection to him, and everybody's there. I like that scene. I like how because that part to me is the only aspect that I could see being scary. It wasn't scary to me. But I could see the horror elements there.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too.
That's like, for me, that might be the best scene in the movie, I think.
Okay.
Like, what else happens really, bro? When they fight, it's just some CGI punching.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that scene's probably pretty good. We see Carnage makes a big ass tornado at one point.
Oh yeah, that was really good. I didn't know he could do that. I was like, what the fuck?
That's so comic booky. Like, he just starts spinning and he's got a tornado. I think I kind of like that they're just doing like, let's just make him do some wacky shit. But I do think
wacky shit.
This could have benefited, just like the first one, from an R rating.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to see dude, especially for Carnage. I'm trying to see him like rip people in half, because Venom is biting people's heads off to eat, I guess, in the first one. I mean, he's still a bad guy in the comics.
Yeah. And even then, like, it's not even like bloody.
Yeah, you don't even see it.
Like, you just see their head go away.
Yeah, you don't see anything. And but with Carnage, he's literally just killing because he can. Because Cletus Cassidy's already a serial killer, and now he's got this symbiote. Yeah. So he's just killing for fun, pretty much. So this dude would be like brutalizing people.
Yeah, like when he broke out and then stole that car, like pretty much the whole prison breakout scene. If it was rated R,
oh man,
I felt like he would have been throwing people like around and like.
Yeah, and I don't like how, I guess he was like breaking out other prisoners for a second, like he was like pushing in like or breaking off the doors to let it be like a riot.
Yeah, but
I feel like Carnage would have just killed fucking everybody. Like he wouldn't care if like, no, this is another inmate. Like I thought that's what they were gonna do. I thought there was gonna be a scene where an inmate is like, oh shit, thanks, and he just like kills him or something too. But they didn't do that. He just let them out. I feel like Carnage would have killed everybody in his way, like just for fun.
Yeah, I agree.
But that scene's good. I like that scene.
What happens next? Oh, do you like how they brought back Eddie's like love interest? I thought that was so like pointless, because like she's literally engaged and shit, and like it was just like dangling like
it's
shit from the first movie like in front of the audience's faces. Like, I don't know. They could have brought some other love interest. I thought it was kind of dumb. Like, what does she need to be in the movie for?
She's there's one scene prior where she meets up with him just to tell him that she's married. Like, that's all she's there for. Like, she's like, hey, you want to like meet up? Like, we can talk.
Yeah.
And then she literally, like, dude,
he pulls up on a bike.
This is such a bitch thing to do. Like for anybody. Imagine you went through a breakup and you're trying to still be friends with the person, and then the person's like, hey, you want to like get brunch or something, and then they're just like, my boy, and then they just show off their ring. Like, I get you got to tell them eventually, because it'd be better telling them than them finding out online or something.
Yeah.
But she's kind of flexing it on him. Like, that's the impression I got from it. Did you get that impression?
Yeah. She just be like, oh, my life is so much better. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I kind of like how it's kind of, there was a couple funny lines with Venom, because Venom's talking to Eddie while this is happening. And there's one part where he says like, oh, like, I'm going to make you cry. Like, she'll love it. Like, and Eddie starts tearing up or something as he's leaving. I kind of like that. Like, what's the actress's name? Is it like Michelle Williams or something?
The girl?
I think so. Like the Eddie's ex.
Yeah, Michelle Williams.
She's a good actress. She's been in other stuff, and she has like the worst. It's not her. It's actually, I don't know. I think like she's just not caring. I think she cares a little bit more in this one than she did in the first one. Because one of my issues with the first one is they got her and it feels like she's just getting a paycheck. Like any scene she's in the first one, I felt like she's just reading off a script. Like, I don't feel any emotions from her, really. Okay. But in this one, she's a little bit better, but she has the absolute worst lines in the script given to her. And I'm gonna discuss the stupidest scene I think that I saw.
Just the writer's
I fucking cringed when I saw this. I'm not gonna. Oh man! So as we've said, Venom and Eddie break up, and there's like a little scene where you see Venom on his own. Venom then goes as his current host leaves. He goes to Mrs. Chen, who's the girl from the first one that worked.
Oh God!
Yeah, she works as the.
I remember.
It's like a bodega. And then later on, Eddie calls when he's arrested by the cops, and Cletus is looking for him, and they're trying to figure out connections and stuff. Eddie finds out that, oh crap, Cletus is probably going to kill me because I'm the one that sent him to death row. I need Venom. I'm helpless now. So he calls his ex-wife and asks her to go find Venom. So his ex-wife and her new husband Dan, the doctor, they go looking, and then they almost immediately get captured. But before they do, they go to the bodega to ask Mrs. Chen if they've seen Venom, and Mrs. Chen kind of starts saying some mean stuff to her. And so she realizes it's Venom, and Venom is inside of Mrs. Chen. And at first, this is funny because Mrs. Chen is like a nice lady, or she's kind of not that nice. She's kind of mean in some lines, but she's overly mean to this girl for no reason.
Yeah. So
they find out it's Venom, and that could be funny, but it immediately gets fucking weird.
Yeah, it's like cringy.
It's this so Venom and as Mrs. Chen has dialogue with Eddie's ex. And it happens in front of her husband, and she just starts dirty talking Venom.
Yeah.
She puts on a voice, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you're bad," or like something like that, and he's just like, "Oh
she's like,
yeah,
I like when you get bad."
Yeah, and she's like, "I like when you're mean." Like, "Oh yeah, like you a strong one." Like she starts talking like that, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" It turned in. It was
her
already,
boyfriend's or her husband.
Yeah, her husband's
like,
right there.
He's like, "I'm right here,"
and she's like, "Shut up!" And then she's just like, "Yeah, you're gonna like. I love it when you get bad. Like you should do it for me. Like come on." And then he's like, "Yeah, let's go kick his ass. I'll do it." And she's like, "Yeah, I love it when you kick some ass, Venom. Yeah, you're so strong." It's so fucking weird.
Yeah,
it's
sounds like something Joss Whedon would write.
It does.
Like,
it
what
does.
the fuck?
It sounds like something Joss Whedon would write, or it sounds like it sounds like a fan fiction. Like it sounds like a fan that's like horny, and they're like, "Oh, like what?"
Yeah, and they write those like fake sex.
Yeah, it's like, what if Venom fucked her? And then they're like, "Yeah, like let me set it up." It's so weird. It's very. I didn't like it. A couple people chuckled in the theater, I think, when it happened.
It's kind of like awkward laugh.
I awkward laughed.
I was like,
because it went on for. It's not that long, but it went on for like at least 60 seconds.
Yeah,
and that's like
I turned to my girlfriend. I was like, "Man, that's kind of weird."
I know. I didn't know who to look at. I was like, "My boy, like." It was. I physically felt.
Yeah,
cringe.
I agree. That is actually. I don't get cringed most days either.
Yeah, it was very weird.
It's hard to come by cringes.
I feel bad that they gave her that that writing.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, you gotta put on a voice and dirty talk this alien that's inside of this old lady. That's so weird. But then we see like a 2-second return of Venom, where she brings a symbiote and she's now a girl version of Venom for a quick second. They just did that for, I don't know why.
Yeah.
They did. Like, they threw it in the first one too, and she like kissed Eddie as Venom, and then it went back on to him.
Yeah, I feel like they should have switched the whole like fiance storyline with the first and second. Like maybe he doesn't have the girl at the beginning, and then she breaks up with her fiance, and then like the second one they're actually together.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know why is she in this.
I know, like
the only purpose she.
If she really was like in love with her fiance and shit, she would have just moved on and like moved away or some shit. True. Like she doesn't really need to be in Eddie's life anymore.
Yeah, the only reason she's in this movie is for that one scene where she brings Venom back to Eddie. Like she does that, and then right afterwards she gets kidnapped, and then Venom goes to save her.
Yeah.
But he also goes to kill Carnage.
Yeah, that's when it feels like super fast to me, because then like...
Yeah, it immediately jumped into the final fight.
I feel like there should have been more. Like, there should be 3 like main fight scenes. We had the prison one, and then like the final battle. Like, I feel like that's...
You're right. Venom, you're
that's
right.
all we really have.
Most movies have like 3.
Yeah, like 3 main fights or something. It would have been cool if like... I don't know. I feel like they could have made, I guess, Carnage's... Well, no, his motivations were good to kill his dad, like Venom. But they should have made Cletus Cassidy's, like, I guess, want to kill Eddie, like, stronger. Like, just because he put him on death row, like... I don't know. Like, dude, you're already in prison. Like...
I don't know, yeah.
That could have been... He could have had stronger reasons.
I guess so. I also... I don't like how this is just a very personal nitpick. I guarantee you about like 80% of the people that watch this movie aren't going to give a shit about this.
Okay.
And this is only because I know the comics, which I know, Nick, you don't be reading.
Hey, bro, you be dropping knowledge on me.
Yeah, so here's some good knowledge. If this one actually I am 99% sure of. I wasn't sure about Shriek. This one I'm 99% sure of. I think in the comics they've said that Carnage and Cletus Cassidy's symbiotic relationship, like their bond, is almost like a perfect match, like the most perfect match in the comics out of all of them, like more so than Venom and Eddie.
Yeah.
And in this one, there's literally a line of dialogue where they say, "Oh, they're not symbiotic. Like they're not a good match. They're not a good match." And I was like, for me, I was just like, well, I mean, I guess not for the movie's sake, because Carnage is pissed off at Cletus Cassidy's girlfriend Shriek because she keeps screaming.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Man, I'm gonna kill this bitch." I think that might be an actual line of dialogue.
Shut up, bitch.
I didn't like Carnage's voice either. I wanted it.
It sounded like Scary Terry, bro. Actually, no. It was like, I don't know.
You're kind of right.
It was like slightly different than Venom's, but it was also just like...
I like Venom's voice. It just sounds like a deeper Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I would have wanted... So Cletus has like a kind of a shrill voice.
Yeah.
So I would have liked Carnage's to be kind of shrill also.
Woody Harrelson's voice. Just
do you think Woody Harrelson voiced him? Because Tom Hardy does Venom, and do you think they made Woody Harrelson go in there and they just morphed his voice?
No way. Let's see.
Because it didn't sound like Woody Harrelson to me, even with the voice change.
I don't think so. Also going back to what you were saying, I feel like them not being a good match was kind of dumb near the end. I honestly think they should have just gotten rid of his girlfriend, or like I guess brought her back later on, but made her be dead in the beginning, like how you were talking about. Like we see her die first, and then the like credits.
Yeah.
But it should have been like Carnage and Cletus Cassidy, as soon as they bond, like it should have been like they were so evil that they were a perfect match. Like they went with that.
That's exactly what.
And
it is
then
in
like,
comics.
Yeah, and then Cletus Cassidy's just like, oh, like I'm gonna kill Eddie Brock now and Venom. Like I'm gonna just get rid of them both.
Yeah.
Like that would have been such an easy motivation, other than being like, oh, like I'm on death row. Like I killed 50 people. Like.
Yeah.
I feel like we could find so many ways to rewrite this movie.
I could write this better, I think. I feel like I could. I don't want to pat myself on the back, but you know.
Sometimes it is as easy as it looks.
I consider myself a good writer.
Hey, bro.
I got that vocabulary.
Vocab. I'm trying to see who did Carnage. I don't think it was.
Well, if you watch if anybody has ever watched the 90s Spider-Man show, there's a whole arc with Venom and then Carnage. And Carnage's and Cletus's voice in that show is actually done really well too. I don't know who voices him, but whenever he's Carnage, the voice is good. If I recall, it's not as deep as Venom's. It's kind of like a shrill thing. I also didn't like when Carnage screams. It just sounded like a T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
Dude, I know.
Like I expected it to sound like a shrill kind of thing, like sound.
Like in the prison, he was like screaming.
Yeah.
And, like I was like, dude, if I close my eyes, I feel like I could think I'm watching Jurassic Park.
I immediately felt like I was hearing the T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
He was like,
like it sounded almost identical. I literally would not be surprised if they just took the audio from Jurassic Park and put it on him.
It sounded very similar.
I didn't like that. Besides that, I like Carnage's look. I was surprised they made him so fucking big though.
Yeah, he was fucking like tall.
Because at one point they show him and he's like twice as tall as Venom, but Venom is more bulky. I don't know. I prefer them being more so around the same size, but that's not too big of a deal because they're moving around so fast when they're fighting. You can't even really tell unless there's like a wide shot.
So Woody Harrelson did voice Carnage.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently he was trying to get Andy Serkis to do the voice because
oh my god,
I feel like that would have been good. By
Why
the way,
the fuck did they do that?
By the way, Andy Serkis directed this movie. If you guys don't know, he plays
Yeah.
Gollum. He's played the dude from Black Panther. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Ulysses Claw.
He
Claw.
He did the mocap for Caesar in the Planet of the Apes
Oh yeah,
movies.
this guy's just super talented.
He also did the mocap for King Kong in the 2003 one of Jack Black.
Dude, no way.
Yeah, he did King Kong
What the
mocap all
fuck?
the way back then.
That
Yeah.
movie's amazing.
He also did the mocap, I think, for Gollum as he voiced him.
Oh yeah.
So he like crawled around all creepy looking.
Yeah. This is why I kind of felt disappointed because I was like, also Tom Hardy is a producer on this movie. I should have
He
mentioned
got like
that
a
earlier.
writing credit too, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he wrote some of this.
Yeah. I hope it's not the shit that we like were bashing on
Let's throw in a dirty talking Venom scene.
right now.
Well, no, he has a British accent.
Oh yeah.
He does.
It's like I want Venom to be talking dirty.
I won't.
Actually, that's English. Never mind. I don't know my fucking accents, but
I can't. I'm not good at an English accent. You know, talking accents. This is something I had an issue with the first one too. I don't like Eddie's voice. I don't like Tom Hardy's American accent.
So what are you talking about?
Like it sounds to me like
Venom.
it's not like it's bad. Like it doesn't sound like a British person trying to do an American accent. It
Yeah.
sounds like his voice is too high pitched, I think.
Sounds like an Australian trying to do an American accent.
He's kind of like, oh man, guys, like I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah.
I feel I don't know. That's kind of an opinion thing, but I don't like the way he talks. Jesus.
We're just shitting on this movie.
Look, it's one of those movies to me that I think is a fun movie.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be anything more than that. I like it slightly better than the first one just because it's shorter and it has a villain.
I have to see it less.
Yeah, it has a villain that I care about. I like Carnage. I don't know who the fuck Riot is from the first. Like I knew who the character is, but no one cares who Riot is. Why did they should have just made Carnage the first villain? It would have been so much better.
Honestly, yeah. And then like they introduce a team of symbiotes next.
Yeah, man, I don't even. Is there anything else you got to say about the main movie, or do you want to talk about the best part of the movie, the post-credit scene?
I guess going back to the when he's on death row scene, I feel like they should have inserted the "Let there be carnage" line there. Like I feel like it would have been cool if the symbiotes inside of him. Does he say that
line at any point?
Yeah, like I think they're fighting in the church, and he's just like, "Oh, let there be carnage." Like it just zooms in on him, and he says it almost like he's like talking to this fucking audience.
Let there be carnage.
Like, let there be
Am
carnage.
I right?
And then like lightning flashes behind him, and I don't know, like I feel like they should have done that earlier when he was on death row, like he's about to die, and they're just like, oh, like any last words, Keita's classic, whatever the fuck his name is.
I thought
if he said it and then like you just see him like turn into the fucking symbiote and just kill
that
everyone in the prison, that would have been
seemed
cool.
like a comic booky thing. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I do agree with you. His final words are stupid. If he just says like, I hope y'all enjoy the show.
Yeah, that's all he says.
That's what he says to the people watching him die. I was expecting him to look up and say like a fucking evil thing. Like he's a serial killer. I was expecting him to look up and just be like either what you said, like let there be carnage, or like y'all better hope I don't come back, like as something worse, or something. I don't know, something they could have, because that seems like something he would say. Like you don't want to let them have the last life and be like, oh, I hope y'all like watching me die. Y'all got what y'all wanted.
Gosh,
like if he would have said something
such a Morty thing.
I know. Yeah. Join the show. Say something threatening, even though he knows he's gonna die, but because he didn't know Carnage was gonna happen. But I feel like he still would say something threatening.
That's why I feel like it'd be cool, because if him and Carnage like bonded and then like he got put on death row, like he would just know like, oh, like I'm not gonna die now. Like
exactly,
he would have that cockiness, or I don't know, something.
They could. I agree with you. I think that could have been written better. I didn't like that one. His final words. Also, this isn't any line of dialogue. I just noticed it. His final meal is shit.
What?
Like you know how when you're about to die in death row, they always ask you, what would you like your final meal?
Right, they like give you whatever you want.
Yeah, you can request anything.
That's cool.
Like if you want it to be like from a specific restaurant or something,
I want a steak.
Yeah, exactly. They'll give you anything. And this dude, when he goes to talk to Eddie, when he goes and bites him, he's eating like it looks gross. Like I see some macaroni. It looks like cafeteria food or prison food. That's all he's eating. And I was like, damn, they really gave him this?
Gosh, they gave him the coleslaw.
They gave him some booty. Like
some booty.
It looked bad. Oh man,
down bad.
On the final, before we get into the post credit, I do want to say the final fight scene between Carnage and Venom. It's okay. I think there's a lot of random shit that happens that's unnecessary. Yeah. Like Shriek goes off and fights the cop that thought he killed her.
Yeah.
And then she shits on him, actually. Yeah. This dude doesn't put up, I don't think he lands a punch. I don't think he lands anything.
Yeah. He fucking like deaf cop, and he gets fucked up.
I actually laughed because
you're laughing at him as he was getting
because there's yes, it wasn't supposed to be funny, but I laughed. I'm tearing up because there's a scene where the cop gets hit in the back, gets surprised, and he's like, ah! And when he screams for like 10 seconds long, like it would just be like, ah, like in real life. But
he's like groaning.
He groans, and then she puts like a chain around him.
Oh yeah.
She does like a multi move, but his scream is just like, like it just keeps going.
I thought that part was dumb too, because like she was literally in the middle of choking him out and like about to kill him, and then I think like Carnage. So like, what's his girlfriend's or his
Shriek?
Ex-wife's name?
Oh
no, that girl's husband.
It's Anna, right? Oh, Dan.
Oh, Dan.
Dr. Dan.
Yeah, Dr. Dan. Eddie's ex-girlfriend's fiance.
Yeah.
He throws like fire on fucking Carnage, and he starts like
shows
shrieking.
Up out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
He shows up and he's like,
I don't know why the fuck he would
be
helping out like his fiance's ex-boyfriend. Like,
well, they captured his wife.
Oh yeah, so that's why they showed up.
Okay.
But pretty much he catches Carnage on fire, and as like that chick Shriek is like choking out the cop, she's like, "Oh my god, like Carnage," and then she just like stops choking him and goes like to tend to him, but then like he's good.
He's good.
Yeah, and then like she just doesn't go back to like killing him. Like I think she just disappears, and then I don't know what happens to her. And then she comes out again, and she starts like screaming, and then Carnage like tells her to shut up. And then I just feel like the end fight could have like it's okay. Like between Venom and Carnage, I thought it was pretty good, but like all the little side fights, like
the Carnage and Venom thing, the side thing was the thing I didn't like, and I also am confused. Right near the end, they just throw in an extra thing that brings nothing to this. They show the cop, and I don't know if he's supposed to be dead or not, but his eyes just turn blue, and he's just like, "Oh fuck," or something. He says something stupid, and then they cut away. We don't see him at all. We don't see him get picked up. We don't see nothing from him. He's just, I guess he's evil now. And I don't know why, because she didn't bite him or do anything weird.
Yeah, she just tried to choke him out.
Yeah, and he screamed for his ass.
Unless that piece of like wood that hit him was like had a symbiote or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I also didn't like since we're in full spoilers already. Yeah. I didn't like that they killed Carnage. Like they make a point that this dude is dead because not only did they, it's not like the symbiote is still alive and they just fucked up Cletus Cassidy. Venom steps on Carnage, the symbiote, by itself when they're unbonded. Then he picks it up and eats it.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could eat the symbiote.
Yeah.
Like that, I thought
like it just goes back into him.
I thought that was stupid because I think in the comics, if Venom was to eat Carnage, the symbiote, that the dude would like kill him from the inside.
Yeah, it would just grow and like kill.
Yeah, it would fuck him up. And he just eats it like it's nothing and then immediately picks up Cletus Cassidy and bites off his head. So they're both dead. Like they're like, oh yeah, he's gone. I would have liked, since this is like the biggest character
he's
I
like,
guess
fuck
Venom
this
has.
guy.
Yeah.
Doesn't he say something like that?
I think so. He thinks
They
about
just,
his
like-
head.
That was kind of funny.
Yeah. Oh man, it's just, to me, I would have kept him alive. I don't know how they would have done it,
Yeah.
but they could have figured something out because
Like they just leave him at the crime scene, the cops come and then they see like, oh, like Cletus's body's here, but the symbiote isn't.
Yeah, they could have. What I thought they might do,
And then
is,
Carnage just latches to like a cop on the scene and then just
Maybe,
walks
yeah.
away. I don't know.
Well, this is what I thought they could have done. In the comics, there's a storyline where Carnage gets ripped in half, and Cletus Cassidy gets ripped in half, and he like loses his legs, and you think he's gonna die, but then Carnage senses he's gonna die, and then goes and rebonds with him, and then makes him have legs.
Yeah.
So Cletus Cassidy and Carnage's bond in the comics is so strong that he's essentially immortal because Carnage keeps reviving him and bringing him back no matter what injury he has. So I guess they could have done that even if they wanted to have him bite his head off. A head is something different than a leg.
Yeah.
I don't know how the hell they would have explained that. That's kind of stupid. But they make a point that both of them are killed. Like Venom ate Carnage.
Yeah.
So I guess he dead.
I don't know what they're gonna do for the third movie then. I mean,
Well, we know what they might be
but
doing
yeah, we
now.
do. We know what might be possible.
So the post-credit scene. What'd you think, Nick? What is it, first of all?
So Venom and Eddie are on like vacation, like I think in Florida or something.
There's a scene where you literally see a close-up shot of Venom's toes, and they're just like in the sand.
In the sand's like playing.
Yeah, he's playing in the sand with his toes.
Nice.
You like Venom's feet?
Yeah, they're fine.
I did.
This movie, bro.
I thought it was so stupid. But
Somebody wrote that.
someone's like,
They put it on a storyboard, like
camera
Venom's
pans
toes.
to right. We see Venom's toes in the sand twitching.
They look so cute. Yeah. So the post credit scene, pretty much what happens is, a big ass flash of light happens, and Eddie's watching the news, and apparently, J. Jonah Jameson's on there, and he's talking about Spider-Man.
Yep.
And it's the same J. Jonah Jameson from the MCU.
Yep.
And then we see Peter Parker's face come up, and Venom's like, "Oh, like that guy looks tasty."
Does
Or
he
something
say that?
like, not like that, but he was just like, "Oh, like we could eat that." I don't know. He says something.
He licks the TV screen, doesn't he?
Yeah, he says something like
I thought he said,
in the.
"Oh, like that guy, like he knows him."
Yeah, I don't know. I forgot exactly what he said, but pretty much that means Venom is, I guess, in the MCU now, officially,
So
because the whole premise of No Way Home is multiverse.
true.
So I was actually very surprised that they did that.
Oh,
I think
that,
people
that
got-
might be when Doctor Strange does his big thing. Like that is at that moment for him.
Oh yeah, I saw on Twitter someone like synced up the post-credit scene and the scene of the trailer when Doctor
Where
Strange
he's like,
is
Yeah.
like, he loses control and like
Yeah.
it literally syncs up, which I think
Makes
is pretty
sense.
cool.
Yeah, I think right before that happens